Hi everyone and welcome to my review of Charlie Chaplin's The Kid from 1921. So before I get into the review of the film, some of my history of Charlie Chaplin, I basically started watching his films for the first time last year. This was the first one that I saw. I didn't watch any of his shorts last year. I saw this one and then started watching some of his others as well. And basically as soon as I saw this film, he was one of my favourite actors, directors, composers, everything basically of all time. He is just an absolute master. And I thought after seeing The Kid, there's no way any of them are going to top that, and yet some of them, well, quite a few of them actually, are by far better. City Lights, Modern Times. So yeah, I was blown away by The Kid last year, and I was blown away by loads of his other films as well. I mean, Chaplin is just, yeah, I absolutely love him. He's just an incredible person. And rewatching The Kid now, after about a year, roughly, I liked it even more. This is an absolute masterpiece that everyone should check out. And it deals with so many topics, it has so many amazing messages. It's an emotional, heartfelt, hilarious film that just whizzes by. So as far as the plot goes, I really don't want to ruin much of this at all because it's a 52-minute film, and if I say too much then it's basically going to spoil quite a lot of it. So I'll just say the basic premise of it. So basically, Charlie Chaplin, who plays the tramp, his famous character, discovers a baby with a note on it saying, please look after, and care for this child. And so he does, and basically it goes from there, and it goes to 5 years later, and you see them together and having a great father-son relationship, and getting into trouble and that. But it all just makes for such a hilarious film, an emotional film, and yeah, as far as plot-wise goes, I don't really want to say much from there. I mean, yeah, you need to check this film out for yourself. So I won't go into too much more of the plot, but I'll go into loads of other aspects of it that make it the masterpiece that it is. So I'll get into the characters a bit. So really there's two main characters, and that is the tramp, played by Charlie Chaplin of course, and the kid, played by, I think it's Jackie Coogan. And yeah, they're the two main characters. They build a father-son relationship, and because Charlie Chaplin isn't the real father of the kid, it sometimes creates for some scenes in the film, which I'm not going to spoil, but you can kind of imagine that there's obviously going to be trouble with it. There's going to be some struggles, not particularly in their relationship, but in other people getting involved. And yeah, Charlie Chaplin in this, I mean, he's one of the best actors of all time in my opinion. And he does everything with this film, of course, but his performance in this is so astonishing. He can do everything. I mean, Charlie Chaplin, his comedy is great, the slapstick humour, the way he walks with his feet kind of pointed out, and just every single movement that he does, it's really special. Charlie Chaplin is just like, he's amazing, and his facial expressions in this, because of course this is a silent film, and you have to do more of your expressions a lot of the time. But the way he does it is, it's very, very real in a sense, all of his expressions, and it's just brilliant in this. And the kid, one of the best child performances of all time. And the chemistry between them is great, the bits where the kid's serving him breakfast, and it's all just really good. And when they're in the house together, and you really feel sorry for them. They've not got a great house at all. It's almost falling apart basically, the brick walls, and the food that they're eating and stuff, and yeah, you really feel sorry for them over time. There is another character in this who I just want to quickly briefly mention. The mother of the child who left him at the beginning of the film for Charlie Chaplin, and Charlie Chaplin basically saw it was, it had been left and collected it and took him in. She is just, she's a great actress in this. I'm not quite sure what her name is, I'll put that on screen right now. But yeah, she's just great in this. And there's a certain scene in this film, which I'm not going to ruin again, but there's a scene of Charlie Chaplin when something happens. I'm not going to say what at all, but his face is looking directly into the camera, and it is pure just shock on his face, mixed with so many other feelings that you can tell is just really, his eyes in this, it's like a shocked face basically at the camera. I cannot get that image out of my head. Just absolutely, what an amazing actor. And the directing and cinematography in this, again, stunning. Great lighting and just amazing framing, and all the editing, the way the scenes move between, the scene where it goes from scene to scene, and some of the fade-ins and the circle, I don't know what it's quite called, where it circles out. And Charlie Chaplin does his own music, which complements the film perfectly. It's emotional, it's sometimes happy, it just gives you absolute goosebumps, and yeah, no, it's just great music. And it's a shame that a lot of the shorts that I'm pretty sure he done the music for, some of the restored versions of them now, you can't find the original score, so you have to play other scores. Luckily in these feature films they restored the original score to the film by Charlie Chaplin, and it's all just, I mean, I don't quite know how he does everything so well. It's like, it's basically, I mean, he's a perfectionist. And also the text that appears on screen, the intertitles, the way they are placed in the film and what it actually says is perfect. And that's a lot, some of my problems with some of, well, one of his shorts really in particular. There was kind of two like intertitles, or two or three, and they were randomly placed and they weren't really that well placed. That was in the Tramp short, which was very good, but that was one of my flaws of it. In this, the way they, you know, where they're placed in the film is consistent, and what it says on screen, it's not necessarily saying what's going on or what the characters are saying. It's also setting up new scenes and, you know, an intro. This isn't really a spoiler. At the very beginning, it says basically, you know, a picture with a laugh and maybe a tear, basically, is what it says, and it all just sets up scenes perfectly. You know, what the characters are doing and everything like that, just perfectly placed, and that as well is what keeps the pacing of this film. It completely whizzes by, and you know, I remember it felt like 10 minutes, and I looked at the Blu-ray player, 35 minutes in, and I was thinking, oh no, there's like not even 20 minutes left. And you know, I wanted certain things to happen. I was like, how are they going to do this? And he just does it. Everything that I wanted really is in this film. And there's an amazing, this isn't ruining it either, there's an amazing dream sequence that is just magical, and all the production design there, and just the, you know, it's, I won't ruin it, but it's just amazing. And actually, you know, it's, yeah, excellent production design on that, and just mystical, and music again is amazing. Again, that's not ruining it. There is a dream sequence in the film, and it's stunning. So yeah, in terms of direction, in terms of cinematography, it's all just immaculate. And yeah, this film just deals with so many different topics. You know, it's about relationships, father-son relationships. It's about regret. It's just all just very, very powerful stuff. And again, I cannot emphasize enough how hilarious this is. I mean, it's Charlie Chaplin. He is hilarious. Slapstick humor is some of my favorite. You know, Laurel and Hardy, and just everything that he does, making mistakes all the time, or doing stuff wrong, the way he walks and the way, you know, he falls over, and just everything, just the movement and everything, it's all absolutely hilarious, and some of the best comedy of all time really, if not probably the best comedy. You know, it's just absolutely stunning. Laurel and Hardy as well, another type of slapstick. They're some of my favourite comedians as well. Yeah, just really, really funny, really emotional. This film has everything. It is a perfect film. It's warm, it's emotional, it's inspiring. It's just such a joy to watch, and really, really investing. You really want certain things to happen. You really want the best for these characters. You want them to stay together. You want everything. You want them to have a perfect father-son relationship. And yeah, this film just ticks all the right boxes for me. And you know, this is the first Charlie Chaplin that I watched last year, and it's an absolute masterpiece. And watching it again just got an even better experience. I enjoyed it even more. There was more things that I noticed, more topics that it deals with. Again, I'm not going to go into spoilers, so I can't say much more. But just see this film. And if you're going to watch Charlie Chaplin's feature films, start with this one. It's a great starting point. It's his first as well. His first feature film. So yeah, just start here in terms of feature films. And yeah, no, I mean, if you think this one might be your favourite and you don't think any of them are going to top it, you'll be surprised probably, because some of them are even better than this, and this is an absolute masterpiece. And I'm going to give Charlie Chaplin's The Kid a 10 out of 10. There is nothing wrong with this film at all. It's perfect. It's everything. It's a classic masterpiece. It's got everything you'd want from a Charlie Chaplin film, and it's just perfect. Seriously, I mean, you really need to see this if you haven't already. And do check out some of Charlie Chaplin's other work as well, because he's a master. And yeah, look forward to some upcoming videos. Look forward to some of my other Charlie Chaplin reviews coming soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.